Willie D Live.
What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you represent. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I'm going to let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shouts out to the early birds, starting with Dun, Dun, Dun. OG, man. What's up? Star Jammer. Linda Moore. Goldsboro, North Carolina. What it do? OG Quincy Jones. Florida is in the building. Marysville, Maryland, Florida. My guy, Cy Gray. What's up? Damon Hill. What it do? Cool Driver. Mike L. Boston. Your cousin Boston is in the building. Max Lowe. What's up, Randy Martinez? What it do? Can't get right K9 training. What's up? What's up, St. Louis? We got Noble from Egypt, checking in from the motherland. What's up, Noble? Mr. Blocky. Michael Scott, what up? Hit Factory, Raleigh, North Carolina. Mike Franks. What's up, Mike? Chicago. Was that Shay LA? Shay LA. DJ. Mr. Open. Mr. Opinion. Okay. Going in, fam. Going in. What's up, George Du Bois? Going in. You know, these guys that are in law enforcement, they are absolutely, it takes a special type, right? It takes a special type to be in law enforcement, period. Even if you want to go in for good, for the greater good of humanity, right? For your community. It takes a special type of guy. But man, that flip side, the ones who put the badge on and they go in there with that cowboy attitude, like they're above the law and like they're the only ones can administer pain. Anyway, fam, let me put up a pic of this dude. Check this dude here. This guy right here is what happened when power go to your head. This is what happened when you let power go to your head. This guy is the Broward County Sheriff. First of all, nobody knows what the hell Broward County, never even heard of Broward County, Florida. No disrespect to the people of Broward County, but this dude is out here trying to make y'all look bad. So I gotta throw a couple of digs in, right? He inserted himself into the national debate regarding the protests against ICE. Nobody was thinking about Broward County. Nobody was thinking about him. But he wanted some action. He wants some action. So he decided, you know what, I'm going to do a press conference. I'm just going to let them know. Come around here, boy, with any of that, man, we going to kill you. We going to down you. Check out what this dude said. He issued a warning, and an uncompromising warning to potential rioters upon anticipated nationwide protest on June 14th. 2 days away, fam, including several planned for Florida, targeting President Donald Trump and his administration. So this guy outlined the actions that he would take immediately, if someone was to come to his county and show their draws, check out what he said. If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you. Graveyard dead. We're not going to play. If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Broward County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to jail, tired, because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. Now, you know he didn't mean that literally, because he looked like he weighed about 900 pounds. If you try to mob rule a car in Broward County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. Let's stop right there. Now, y'all know with that type of rhetoric, what that does is it encourages people to run over people that might not even be threatening them, but they want to just run over somebody. So they run over somebody. I can guarantee you there'll be uncivilized mutts that are going to be going to those crowds, going in there targeting people, knowing they're going to be trying to incite people. They're going to go over there knowing that, trying to agitate, knowing that people are going to throw something at their car or push them or stand in the way, and they're going to run over them with the anticipation that they will be granted immunity if they do. If you try to mob rule a car in Broward County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street, he said. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail. And most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here. Let's stop right there. This is why I don't like those dogs. Now, I know some people say, well, it ain't the dog fault. Yes, it is the damn dog doing the biting. But I get what they're saying, that these guys train these dogs to be vicious, to bite human beings. Oftentimes, they tick these dogs on people. They have the situation totally under control, but they want to see the dog bite a patch of meat out of a citizen. These uncivilized mutts get off to these dogs biting people. They should outlaw dogs, period. If you need a dog to do your job, your ass don't need no job. You don't need to be working in law enforcement. If you need a dog to do your job, go your ass in that building by yourself. Don't send the dog in. You chase the suspect. Don't send the dog to chase the suspect. You chase the suspect. See, I had more respect for cops back in the Gap, because at least they would give chase. They put in a little work to bring in a suspect. They do some negotiating and stuff like that. You know, it showed that, you know, if a guy is able to negotiate, the guy got 5 people held hostage, and this guy is able to negotiate. This guy, he wore him down over 48 hours. Now, man, 48 minutes is, and if you ain't surrender, man, they coming in, they're going to kill you and everything. They're going to risk the lives of hostages and everything. No patience, no conflict resolution skills, no de-escalation skills. Just murder, murder, murder. And guess what? Society is a reflection of how law enforcement behaves. It's amazing how law enforcement expects society to behave civilized, but they want to be able to act uncivilized and then say, do as we say, not as we do. That's the message. No Kings protest is reportedly targeting Trump and his administration. The No Kings protest is reportedly targeting Trump and his administration. It is scheduled for June 14th, with an estimated 1,800 demonstrators planned across the country and millions of participants expected. So 1,800 demonstrations planned across the country and millions of participants expected. I bet you that number swell well past 1,800 demonstrations, because they're putting fuel on the fire. Even though they're going to win in the end because they got the military and all of that, they got the muscle, it's still not going to go exactly like they want it to go. It never does. The plans come amidst violent turmoil and unrest in Los Angeles against ICE. So this Big Ivy say, this has got to stop. You're watching what's taking place out there. You're seeing police officers that are being attacked, being spit on, being put in harm's way just for doing their job. You're seeing ICE agents that are being targeted for doing their job. And you're seeing obstructionists that are doing all of this standing in the way of law and order. Was it law and order when the police officer killed that woman who was not posing a threat? He just straight up shot her. Well, I don't know if she died, but I know he just shot the woman. The woman wasn't a threat to him at all. She wasn't nowhere even near him. He just shot her because he could. Now, here's the thing. I already know what y'all saying in the comments. I ain't even got to the comments yet, but I already know what you're saying. Didn't those people vote for Trump? Didn't those people vote for Trump? The only reason why I can't just take any satisfaction in any of this, fam, is because I know that they don't like me either. I know they don't like us either. But you got to admit to the Hispanics, for the Hispanic, hold on, I got me a troll. See you, show some respect, sucker, you uncivilized mutt, next time before you come to my channel. So not all of the people that they're targeting voted for Trump, but a great number did. A great number of them did vote for Trump. And those are the people that people should be protesting against more than anybody. Those are the people that the family members should be turning on. Those are the people in the community, in the Hispanic community, should be getting turned on. They should be the ones getting ran out of town. They're the ones. They're the ones who voted against their own interest. They're the ones who these protesters should really be mad at, because if they hadn't have voted for Trump, he wouldn't have had an opportunity to get there. He wouldn't have had an opportunity to do what he's doing. So let me get this straight. You go out here and vote against your best interest. You vote against your own people. Your people gets targeted by ICE and gets ripped from their families. Meanwhile, before any of this even happened, you were warned, severely warned, what would happen, and you voted for him anyway. You even made songs about him, cheering him on. Donald Trump, Donald Trump. Now you're feeling the wrath that you thought somebody from the other side was going to feel. You thought this was going to happen to black folks. You thought only black folks was going to feel the pain. And boom, he coming for you and your people. This is what black folks been trying to say all along. Like, this is what this dude is about. He don't care nothing about nobody but white folks. We've been saying that. You got approximately 3/4, that's 76% of the unauthorized immigrants. The unauthorized immigrant population in the U.S. are Hispanic. That's 76%. This translates to roughly 7,410,000 undocumented Hispanic immigrants out of an estimated 9.8 million unauthorized immigrants. But have you noticed they're only targeting Hispanics? They're only targeting Hispanics. See, this is what we tried to warn y'all would happen. But they're not just targeting Hispanics. They're targeting also MAGA Hispanics. You MAGA Hispanics, y'all the ones who should be feeling the wrath of the protesters more than anybody. This cop that's on this screen right now, this guy right here says that if you come there with any trouble, you put your hands on them, they are going to send you to the cemetery. You will be graveyard dead, as if there's another type of dead. He didn't say you will be mortuary dead or hospital dead. He didn't say you will be residential dead. You will be graveyard dead. This is what they think of you. We've been trying to tell you, but I'm gonna tell you something, fam. I'm not even talking to the people that voted for him like that. I'm not even trying to change their minds, because you can't change their mind. They're brainwashed. You can't change their minds, because all Donald Trump got to do is call off the dogs or stroke a check, give him a $1,200 check or something. And just like that, he back in their good graces. Don't take much. Think about it. He did nothing to earn their vote off the rip. He did nothing to earn their vote. They just gave it to him. Kind of like how black folks gave Kamala their vote. Or Joe Biden. I'll compare apples to apples. Joe Biden, because he won. So kind of like black folks gave Joe Biden their vote when he won. He did nothing to earn that vote. In fact, he should have been the last person that black folks voted for, because this dude championed the crime bill. I think it was the 85 crime bill. It's 84, 85 crime bill. Yeah, the 94 crime bill. Yeah. So Joe Biden championed that bill that locked millions of black men. It's still black men in prison right now from that bill. It's still broken homes, families destroyed. I mean, human being life, people, human beings, lives, legacies, generations destroyed because of that bill. And they went and elected Joe Biden, gave Joe Biden the presidency. I mean, once they said this is the guy, you had Joe Biden and you had Trump. And nobody wanted to vote for Trump except the people that voted for him. But Joe Biden did nothing to earn the black vote, nothing. In fact, when he campaigned, he didn't even campaign like he wanted to win the vote, like he even cared whether he won or not. It's like, man, I'm getting a free ride. Thanks, Barack. This guy, this for all you Hispanic MAGAs, this guy said he's going to kill you if you come into his county with any of that LA type mess. Come over there in Florida with that rioting and damaging police cars or spitting on them or put your hands on them. They're going to sick dogs on you and they're going to send you to the cemetery and have your graveyard dead. That's what they're saying. Now I want to see how it's going to go down now. But I know that's not going to stop people from protesting. I wonder how that would have worked out when the insurrection happened on January 6th. If a cop would have got on TV and said, yeah, y'all come here with any of that mess, you're going to be graveyard dead. I wonder how that would have worked if the cops would have had more of that type of attitude when those rioters on January 6th overthrew the Capitol building. The so-called single greatest symbol of democracy in the U.S. Lucky Ducky say they're no longer fighting, protesting for rights. It's about looting now. It's not. No, it's not. Some people are looting. Most of the people are still fighting or protesting for rights. Most of the people are protesting are law-abiding people. They are law-abiding citizens, most of the people. It's, but it is an opportunity anytime you have unrest. It is an opportunity for looting, and looting will occur. It don't matter where it is. It don't matter what group is protesting. If you start protesting and those protesting results in rioting, looting is a byproduct of rioting. Fred Flintstone, what's up? 5 million. Got me another troll. I gotta drop them trolls, man. I gotta ban trolls, man. I have no patience for them. I have to ban them because trolls are hoes. So they got to go. Because we don't allow no ass selling ass around here. You can't sell ass around here. You got to go. What's up, Henry Lewis, Keith Keen, Larry Hatch? What's up? Buckhorse DC, what it do? What's up, Kevin? Lisette Rodriguez, what's up? Fam, I just want y'all to, just know that, yeah, I go in on Trump a lot. But just know that when it comes to Republicans and Democrats, though, they're two wings on the same bird. Both sides ain't worth a crap. Both of them. Because they all in the same gang, fam, and they all on team white supremacy. All of them play for the same team. Don't ever get it twisted. They all play for the same team. Because if they didn't, all of this bullshit would be over by now. This stuff would have been long over. They all play for the same team. Any atrocities that ever happened in this country happened under the Democrats' watch or the Republicans' watch. If Republicans were in charge, the Democrats watched them do it. If Democrats were in charge, the Republicans watched them do it. If any one of them really cared, they would have put a halt to all of that. You would see when the pendulum swings, you would see a significant difference in your quality of life. It would not just be, murder by cop is down 0.1%. No, it would be significant difference. It'd be like damn near down to zero. So it don't matter which one of them is in office, those killings don't stop. That unemployment fluctuates a little bit. Mental illness is on a steady rise. You want to talk about corruption and crime? Start in the pillars of society. Start there. The pillars of society, start there. Start with law enforcement, healthcare, education. I'm talking about the stealing and the embezzlements, the fraud. Start with the bankers. Start there. See, when we start thinking about crime, we think about the little stuff where people get little money. We think about the little guy, the guy who running up into the Gucci store stealing stuff and running up in Nike store stealing $200 sneakers. And man, these dudes are out here stealing billions of dollars. Not a few hundred, not a few thousand. These guys out here selling whole apartment complex size bricks. They selling real bricks. They selling bricks that could fill up a whole apartment complex. But they got you focused on the guy that's on the corner selling drugs. You think about all of the real estate fraud, man. So they try to make it seem like the people that's at the bottom are the worst in society, when it's really the people at the top, the people who have the power, and the people who have the power to really make change. They're the worst because they got the power to make change. They are the worst. And they steal more than anybody you can ever imagine. They steal, rob, and kill more than anybody you could ever think of. Because when you think of killers, you think of street level killers. You don't think of the ones who sent 1 million troops to die at war. You don't think of the ones who put the chemicals in our food and water supply that they know is gonna kill us. You don't think about the ones who approve them to do that, who allow them to do it, who are supposed to be in position to protect the public, but they allow them to do it because they get money under the table. You don't think about the criminals who build plants in low-income areas where they know that those chemicals are going to go airborne and find its way into unsuspecting community folks' bodies and eventually kill them. You don't think about those killers because they wear suits and they go to the big events and they shake hands with the elite. If this dude is talking the way he's talking right now, the way he's talking about killing folks, Imagine what he's done out there on the streets of Florida. Imagine how many people, how many rights he's violated. And here's another thing too, fam. These raids are all for show. The raids are not, they're not really, the purpose of the raids are to make people think that Trump is really doing something about immigration. They allegedly have 9.8 million immigrants who are undocumented. I think it's way more than that. I think that number might be as much as 5 times higher. But let's go with their numbers. They say they got 9.8 million undocumented immigrants in the US. Do you know that those raids haven't produced but a drop in the bucket? I bet you they haven't even arrested, they haven't even detained more than 5,000 undocumented immigrants. More, they haven't done nothing, man. This is all for show. This is to make Trump voters who voted for him, who voted for his initiative to remove undocumented immigrants from the US. This is all for show. When you look at them numbers, I bet you he hasn't even detained 5,000 people. And whatever the number is, the official number is, I can guarantee you it's inflated. According to Migration Policy Institute, the number of people deported by ICE from the interior of the United States has generally decreased over the past 15 years. However, the number of non-citizens deported by ICE after a border arrest increased significantly in the last 4 years, reaching 224,000 in fiscal year 2024. Let me get to Trump. ICE arrested 66,000 illegal aliens and removed 65,000 aliens as of June 1st, 2025. ICE was detaining 51,000 individuals, the first time surpassing 50,000 since September 2019. When 50,922 individuals were reported detained. But that's not from the time Trump got in office. This is over time. As of June 1st, 2025, The Transactional Records Access Clearinghouse estimates that about 44% of people in ICE detention facilities had no criminal record aside from entering the United States without permission. Hell, that's enough. That's the biggest one. While many others had other minor offenses, including traffic violations. Look, fam, I'm gonna tell you straight up. The borders need to be the borders need to be patrolled, but these guys, what they're doing, they're not going to be consistent. They're just doing what they're doing for show. They don't really care. But the borders should be tight. Nobody should be coming over here illegally. Just like we can't go to another country illegally, nobody should be able to come to this country illegally. When people come here illegally, they can come in here, commit crimes, and go right back home. Everybody that come over here don't want to stay. Some people come over here to put some work in, and then they leave. Think about that. You can come over here, kill somebody, and then go back home. Get your money, come back home, go back home. And we haven't even started talking about how these undocumented immigrants drain our social services, drain our resources for the people who actually live here, the people who actually was born here, the people who actually have contributed to this country, who actually helped build this place. So I'm all for documented immigrants. If you come over here, you need to be documented. You shouldn't be able to come over here, sneak into the country, and then just because you got in safely, now since you got here, ooh, please don't take me back because I snuck in and I done built a family here now. No, you just got to wait for that long, and now your ass got to go back. But the idea, but the mentality that these cops have, talking about just killing people, when they talk like this, fam, what it does is that it gives those trigger-happy cops a reason to kill innocent people. Protesting in the United States is not illegal. I would bet you that most of the people that's protesting are legal citizens, because people don't want to end up getting detained. They don't want to get detained, because if you are illegal and you out there, they stop you, search you, detain you, you out of here. So most of the people out here that are protesting, they're American citizens. Hold on, man. Who you talking to like that, bro? Learn how to talk. Take this block. You gonna act civilized or else around here. You gonna act like you got some sense. You ain't got to have any sense. Just act like you got some. I bet that sheriff didn't have a fighting bone in his body when he was in high school. I bet he didn't know a left hook from a fish hook. But now he tough because he got that uniform on and that badge and that gun, and he got Johnny Law behind him. You're a tough guy now. And understand this too, fam. This rhetoric that this cop is talking, the way he's acting, it's not just for the protesters. It's also for unsuspecting citizens that live in that county who are going to come across those police officers who've been green lighted by their chief, by their leader, to act like a rogue. So it'll be people who had nothing to do with these protests who might end up in the crosshairs of so-called justice, and one of these uncivilized mutts with a badge and a gun take them out. Because he has fostered a certain code for his department. He has told them, yo, man, we can do this, and if you do this, I'm gonna back you. Sick the dog on him, I'm gonna back you. Whoop him, shoot him, whatever, I'm gonna back you. The only reason why a lot of these people, a lot of these cops do what they do is because they know that they're going to get away with it. The chances are they're going to get away with it. If they wasn't being able to get away with a lot of this stuff that they do, they wouldn't even do it, because it ain't like they brave. A lot of them go home and get ran by their wives. Big old cops, they scare everybody on the streets. They got everybody in mind, and they go home and get pushed around by their wife. Wife weigh 110 pounds, soaking wet, talking to him like a dog. I'm not doing that. He can't control her. He can't control her. That's why half of them be going out into the streets mad, because they can't control their woman. All right, fam, that's my time. Dr. Doom, I'm going to give a few more shout outs and I'll shut it down. Dr. Doom, Joyce, what's up, Joyce? Global, L, Randy Sledge, Valerie Bronson. America should absolutely close all borders. But guess what, Valerie? When they close the borders, guess who opened them back up? The people with the badge and the gun on the American side. That's who letting them in. You think everybody is sneaking into the country? No. Some of them driving right on past the border. Some of them are walking right on across the border. Yeah. That's big business, man, getting paid under the table for letting people through the country. That's big business. American outside say they have a right to come legally. No, they don't. Nobody has a right to come to your country. That's not a right. The rights that you hold are the rights within your country. You don't have any rights outside of your country. Because the laws change outside of your country. The laws change. The laws are specifically for the citizens of that country. Joy and peace. That's a good way to end. Right there. I'm going to stop right there on joy and peace. Appreciate y'all, fam. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. No more talk.